his third NBA Coach of the Year award.
I feel that this award is given to the coach whose team probably overachieved more than any other this season, and I feel that ours did that.
Also making waves in California was Randy Fund, appointed new head coach of the Lakers.
Having been with our players for 7 years, I've learned a lot about the pro game, and I'm confident that I can do a good job as a coach of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Nugget legend Dan Issel returns to Denver as a head coach with high hopes.
About 14 years now of my life tied up in this organization. And I remember the days, as many of you do, when the seats here in McNichols were full. It was very difficult to come in here and win a game against the Denver Nuggets, and that's exactly where we want to get once again.
While Rudy Tomjanovich was hired permanently by the Rockets, the Kings anointed Gary St. Jean as head coach. And Ron Rothstein will take over for the Pistons.
We've got to maintain a level of excellence, be there at the end with a chance to win an NBA championship.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the opportunity and the challenge of working with Ronnie.
He has, that hunger to succeed.
Now, an inside look at leadership. For those teams still contending for a title, the road to glory can be treacherous if you don't have a leader who can show you the way. For only a select few can guide their team into the promised land time and time again.
I've always led, and I've never followed.
He doesn't care. He just wants to win. He just wants to win. He'll do anything he can to win a basketball game.
He is a leader. He is a leader of the Celtics, and he will be until he retires.
Isaiah has basically made the franchise, let's be honest. He's a special person in terms of leadership. When you've got a great leader, you better give him his head and let him lead the team, because he's probably going to do a better job than you are, unfortunately.
Isaiah Thomas knew all the way he wanted to take this last shot. If his team was going to lose, he was taking that responsibility on his shoulders.
Now, as this year's playoff comes to a climax, the true leaders must emerge.
Rejected by Buck Williams. What a block by Williams.
He's such a leader. His whole way of approaching things carried over to our whole team. He never lets himself get down. He always believes if you just keep working hard, you're going to succeed. And our team's kind of taken on those characteristics.
Now Buck must contend with the unstoppable Karl Malone.
Drive, fake right, go left, power. Slam dunk with the left hand.
I think you have to carry yourself in a way on the court. And I try to go out and lead by example and play hard. So that's the kind of example I like to lead.
The mailman.
Paving the way for Cleveland in this postseason has been Mark Price.
It's my job to direct, run the offense. That's my main objective as a point guard and leader out on the floor is no matter what the situation, if I've given us an opportunity to win the game, then I feel like I've done my job.
Price straight up for three, and he hits it! Oh, Price with a huge three! That's 3 consecutive trays for number 25.
I always consider my role on this team as a leader is a utility man. Step in and plug in the holes wherever we're lacking something.
Here's Jordan, splitting through! Jordan with the steal! And then it's stolen by Starks. McDaniel chased by Jordan. It's a clean block. Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game.
It was also Michael Jordan's year, as he was awarded the MVP award for the 3rd time in his illustrious career. And here's a look back at a show-stopping 1992 season for his airness.
Poster, boom! Yes, cutting here, Jordan.
Under 4.5 minutes to go. Here's Jordan.
Oh, yeah! Sweet move by Michael Jordan.
And Burkowski tosses the inbound pass, and he's there with a steal. On the run, got Pax and Pippen. Pax got it. Oh. Michael Jordan.
Lead it as Purdue lobs it inbounds. The catch made by Jordan. He turns and fires. It's good. Oh! You've seen it so many times before. To
Michael! It's getting fast and furious on the road to glory.
Listen, get in here.
After an uphill battle with the New York Knicks, Chicago was prepared to take on its next opponent in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Bulls were ready.
Pippen on the left has got it. Cuts past the horn. Timeout, Cleveland.
3.
Oh, Michael, ring it up, you MVP.
All-star teammates Mark Price and Brad Daugherty combined for 44 points and kept the Cavs within striking distance. But Chicago seemed to be a step ahead all night long, and the onslaught was underway.
Pippen's on the left. Back to BJ. Okay.
Scottie Pippen seemed to be back in his superstar form as he nearly recorded a triple-double. And although Michael Jordan scored a game-high 33, it was clear that Game 1 belonged to Mr. Pippen.
Will fire a three and got it. Yes, Scottie. Big-time game for Scottie. 27 today. This baby is in the win column. And Red, you can already see what a different series this should be.
Yeah. Guys going to the hoop. No knockdowns yet.
As Game 2 began, the Cavs were a team on a mission, and they completed their assignment early on.
Look at the speed from Daugherty.
While Cleveland blew by the Bulls, Chicago was in a funk. The Cavs' tenacious defense had them reeling, and even Michael Jordan couldn't buy a basket.
Chicago 0 for 11 tonight. They have yet to hit a field goal. 8 seconds to shoot. Williams with a reverse jam. Pass Scottie Pippen.
With Chicago on the ropes, the Cavs went for the early knockout punch, and Mark Price delivered the winning blow with a barrage of three-pointers.
So 0 for 12. Wow! Cleveland making a statement here tonight. Call us soft, will you?
People haven't been really giving us the respect that we feel that we deserve, and we wanted to come out tonight and show that we belong in the Eastern Conference Finals, and believe me, the people in Cleveland have been waiting a long time for something like this, and they're going to be loud.
The frenzied Cleveland faithful rocked the Coliseum as they voiced their support for their Cavaliers. But it was the Bulls game that would speak the loudest as they immediately seized control and took back the momentum.
Cavaliers not getting good shots. Pippen extends.
Everyone got involved, and it seemed as if no one could miss.
Chicago Bulls on fire. They now lead it 21 to 4. As Jordan able to beat Elo off the spin.
Michael was doing it all, and that was bad news for the Cavs.
What a pass from Jordan.
The reserve guard Terrell Brandon led a late rally. Game 3 was never in doubt.
Cleveland did make a run, but Chicago able to hold on, and they won it in convincing fashion. Once again, the decibel level here at the Richfield Coliseum is soaring.
And in Game 4, so were the Cavs as they jumped all over Chicago at the outset.
The other day, off the steal, Elo.
But this time, there would be no early blowout as the Bulls kept pace and Michael took to the air.
Jordan in the open floor. Michael Jordan with a gorgeous move.
With Mark Price feeling ill, Brandon stepped up his game and helped Cleveland increase its lead to double digits.
Oh, Brandon able to penetrate.
Cliff Livingston provided a spark off the bench, and the Bulls cut the lead to 4. But Cleveland found an unlikely hero to thwart a Chicago comeback.
That will do it.
Hey, nothing is over until we go in your face.
Oh! Hammer dunk throw, Kersey. Go to Drexler. He'll fake left, go right. Slam dunk. Clyde to Clyde. Big block from Ned. How do you go? Great pass to Robinson. Slam dunk. Here's Gordon. He's floated up on the glass. Good. Jeff Malone from John Stockton.
When the Utah Jazz acquired Jeff Malone from the Washington Bullets last year, there were high expectations that he would be the go-to guy from the outside, and at the same time, take some pressure off Karl Malone inside.
There was lots of pressure. They got me into a vital part in helping this team, go farther in the playoffs, and it was pressure.
Everyone knew of Malone's offensive ability. But what they've really been impressed with is the way he works on the defensive end of the floor.
We feel like Jeff Malone's done a great job for us defensively. There's only been one time that I can recall all year long when we've had to double team a two guard.
Two guards in this league are primary scorers on most teams. Richard Pierce, Drexler, guys like that. And if you don't do the right thing, those guys could be tough.
But Jeff Malone's primary responsibility is to score any way he can. And oftentimes, he makes the most difficult shots look very easy.
I enjoy working my guy off screens, and you know, I can shoot the off-balance shots and don't get a defense time to set and play me. So it's worked for me. It's not a good shot to teach kids, but I mean, I feel very relaxed doing it.
Jeff Malone, somebody in his face.
He can score for you. It's another guy you can go to in crunch time and tough times when you can't always go into Carl because they're running 2-3 guys at him. Jeff can get a good basket for you.
Now in the playoffs, Utah needs Jeff Malone to produce more than ever. And against the Clippers and Sonics, he did just that. But perhaps his toughest challenge is now in the conference finals as he goes head-to-head with Clyde Drexler.
You know, I got to do my best job I can against Clyde. I think he's the second best two guard in this league. And I'm going to have to just step up and make Clyde play some defense, offensively do some things. And as a team, we just got to get down and try to stop these guys.
Penetrates right side of Jeff. He'll drive. He'll hang it up. It's good. Jeff Malone.
Now we meet a sharpshooter from another era, the legendary Dave Bing. Drafted by the Detroit Pistons in 1966, Bing quickly proved that he was a big-time scorer.
Dave Bing just had the sweetest jump shot there ever was. I mean, he just get up so high.
Bing's style and flair complemented his competitiveness on the floor.
He could do everything for a guard. He had a great jump shot, great first step taking it to the hoop, and he could stay up in the air so long, sailing up in the air, staying there to either make the layup or make the right play all the time.
After being traded from Detroit in the '76 season to the Washington Bullets, Bing continued his brilliant play as he made the All-Star team for the 7th time and went on to win the All-Star Game MVP award.
I enjoyed going out every night and doing the best I possibly could. It didn't matter who my opposition was. I wanted to win, and I wanted to beat whoever was playing against me, and I really enjoyed that.
Here's the 1992 NBA All-Defensive Team. Manning the middle is Spurs supercenter David Robinson, who was also voted the Master Lock Defensive Player of the Year.
Straight away to the mailman. Fake drive on Robinson. Go to the hoop. Blocked again by David Robinson.
Enjoying another phenomenal year was Dennis Rodman. Not only did he amass the highest rebounding total in the last 20 years, but he also played his customary hard-nosed defense. Also on guard was the Bulls' versatile Scottie Pippen, who proved to be a disruptive defensive force.
And Pippen with the steal. Did he get it in time? Yes, sir.
But Pippen is yet to equal the defensive mastery of his teammate.
Burton backs in against Michael Jordan. Tries to spin, and MJ just took it away. He drives in, and it's Michael.
If you need a stopper, then Joe Dumars is your man. His in-your-face style of defense spearheaded the league's stingiest defense. Continue in the conference finals. With this win, the Utah Jazz tie the Portland Trail Blazers at 2 games apiece in this exciting Western Conference final. The series resumes with Game 5 in Portland. Game 6 will be back in Utah, while a Game 7, if necessary, would be played in Portland. And in the Eastern Conference Final, the world champion Chicago Bulls have a 2-1 lead on the vastly improved Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, let's take a look at Game 3 of both series. In the West, Game 3 in the spacious Delta Center. The Trailblazers' smothering defense comes up with a turnover. Then with some fine passing, Clyde Drexler takes it in for the slam. Moments later in the first half, Terry Porter finds Jerome Kersey on the baseline for the power slam. Then watch David Benoit leap high above everyone for the tip jam. The fans like the looks of this kid. In the second half, Karl Malone and the Jazz would take over as Karl bangs in the 16-footer. Then the league's most fearsome duo team up for the quick strike, and the fans appreciate the Olympians. And in the final moments, this Blue Edwards hanging slam would give Utah its first victory in the series, the final 97-89. And in Cleveland, Michael Jordan loosens up before the game. In the first, the Bulls show good ball movement as John Paxson buries the trifecta. Bulls took the early 17-2 lead. Later in the first, Scottie Pippen slices his way through the Cavs defense. He gets the roll, gets the foul, and gets helped up. The Cavs would run and try to play catch-up as Brad Daugherty takes it in for the monster slam. Bulls led 57-37 at intermission. But in the end, Michael Jordan would prove to be too much to handle as he scored 36, sending the Cavs fans home unhappy as the Bulls take the one-game lead, the final 105-96.
They're pretty good, aren't they? And they only get...
A title running away from Portland today in the opening game of the series. It was the Bulls scoring to the tune of 122 points to 89. In their battle to make it back-to-back NBA crowns. In the early stages, the Bulls faced plenty of problems from the Trailblazers, but then Magic Michael Jordan took over. In the first half, Jordan racked up an NBA record of 35 points. The coach gave him a breather in the second as the Bulls inflicted a crushing 33-point victory. The Portland Trailblazers 97-93 to clinch the title in Game 6, wrapping up the series 4-2. In Chicago, the celebrations continue.
This was the game Portland had to win, and they played accordingly. Porter setting up a Drexler slam, and Kersey sharing in a big early run for the Blazers. Chicago stayed cool even when nothing was going right. Coach Phil Jackson saw his team slip 17 points behind. It wasn't until the third quarter, when he removed most of his starting lineup, that the lesser names caught up.
That's a three.
As the megastar Jordan watched and saluted, the Bulls made it a game again. He returned in the dying minutes to take back the lead and the championship.
We faced the challenge of trying to defend what we accomplished last year. Some people may have thought it was a fluke, so to come back and do it again.
He finished with 33 points, voted the most valuable player of the series, averaging a record 35 a game. The party erupted almost immediately and continues in the streets.
There goes that Winfield.
Bill Woods, 10 Eyewitness News.
97-93 in Game 6 of the series. The Bulls trailed Portland by as much as 17 points in the last quarter, but led by Michael Jordan, they pegged back the visitors to wrap up the best-of-7 series 4-2.
The Chicago Bulls have won the NBA championship for the second straight season.
You see the Bulls defense is coming further out on the floor. They're starting to try to push